Hello there and welcome to The Tourist. Now this is a game by Shin'en Multimedia. You can see their name just at the bottom. Shin'en, it says 2022, but this game released on Switch in 2019, I believe. Yeah, on Switch in 2019, then a bit later on some of the other consoles and PC. So maybe 2022 was the last update. I'm not sure what they added or changed. But anyway, this is a isometric, kind of, yeah, mostly isometric. You can kind of move the camera a little bit down though, but generally isometric voxel art style game. So that kind of, well, as you can see, they're sort of blocky, kind of pixelated but 3D, if that makes sense. Anyway, voxel, that's what they say. And it is a game that I have played before, almost to full completion, because it's kind of, I guess, semi-free roam. You can go around these various islands, though I don't want to give too much away. But anyway, yeah, semi-free roam. I think I got to sort of 90%. There were a few things that I found a bit tricky, wasn't able to complete. So let's see if I can, through revisiting these islands, having another summer vacation, summer holiday in these sandy, sunny lands, if I can 100% it this time. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game. It's kind of, it's sort of, what is it that drew me into it? I think it's because it's presents this world to you, but it's not too big, and so you kind of get that sensation of wanting to and being able to sort of really explore everything and find all the secrets and find all the things you can do. And so, and it never feels overwhelming, which I think is like a holiday indeed should be, really. And yeah, on that note, the Nintendo eShop says, basically the summary is, you are just arriving at the Monument Island. Indeed, you can see one of the monuments just to the right there. Want to go swimming? Rather take a dive in the deep sea? Do you want to visit the amusement arcade? Do some shopping? Dance at the beach party? Fancy some surfing? Or will you talk with the strange old tourist and listen what he has to say about those ancient, mysterious monuments? So yeah, and those are all things we can do in the game, which is pretty fun. Yeah, it's a really great game and a great summer game. I don't remember if I played it actually in summer last time I did. But also, I suppose a little different for me this time is last time I played it on handheld, but this time will be docked. And yeah, it's really great in handheld, actually. I don't know, there's certain games that just feel better on the Switch in handheld mode, and this is one of them. So yeah, if you decide to try it for yourself, I definitely recommend trying it. Yeah, docked and handheld, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it just has a nice feel to it, this game, and I think the whole tourist, being a tourist sort of on these islands, gives it a different spin. Apparently, so basically the developers of this game, in fact, if you look at their development history, they've been around for a long time, Shin'en Multimedia. I think since 2001, I read. And they've done a whole bunch of different games. I think a lot of platformers, some licensed game. I think I spotted a Garfield game in there somewhere. And something else licensed, I'm sure, but kind of platformers, adventures, racing games, some random kind of like bizarre looking games, and just I think the one that I looked up that they did after this, because I was curious, what did they do next, was something like Penguin Smasher where it sort of seemed like Tetris, but you're a penguin smashing blocks. So yeah, I feel like this is the most story-driven game they've done, or the most, I guess, or maybe less arcadey type game, or less mobile type game they've done. I may be wrong, but that was my general feel. Before this, yes, they made Fast RMX, to which there is a reference to in this game, which I feel like, I don't know if it feels like a spiritual successor to F-Zero, and back in, what was that, on Super Nintendo? I think that was Super Nintendo. Just like those super fast, kind of futuristic type racing game. I think Fast RMX was a Switch release game and an exclusive, and I think pretty popular and pretty good. But apparently when the development team were creating that, they said, or they thought and they said that they wanted to do an adventure game based around the concept of strange things happening on vacation. And that's actually what this really feels like. It feels like you get dropped in there, you're on vacation, and kind of there's sort of you go on random adventures, and you know, can't really ask better than that, can you? And so what am I going to do? I'm going to have a look at the options, or do... Oh! It drops me straight into it. I did not want to start the game up just yet, but can I pause? I can pause, but can I go to the main menu? Apparently not. Yeah, it just throws you straight into it. I forgot about that. But before that, I do want to look at the options. So bear with me. Aha, yes, so I've reloaded the game, and once having started the game, it brings you back in with an actual menu screen, and so that will give me a chance to look at our options. So we've got not very much. Load save data. Don't quite get what does that mean? Why would you load save data here? I guess maybe if you're transferring it? I don't know. Anyway, not really anything I really need because I'm starting afresh. So text speed, fast or normal. I guess go fast. That seems to have defaulted to that. Invert camera, I think I want to leave that as is. And that's about it. So yeah, but coming to the menu proper, we get this pretty cool funky music, which again kind of sets the tone. And I kind of like, I do like a nice cover art, you know, a kind of drawn cover art. I think it reminds me of the NES era of games, where often they really kind of sold the game to you on the cover art, because of course the graphics were not as good as they are now. Whereas often, well, I suppose nowadays they can often take, you know, screenshots or compile something that's sort of in-game to make the cover, but there's just something nice about doing a hand-drawn, hand-painted or whatever cover art, you know, a bit like with movies as well. And yeah, there in the middle is our man, the tourist, with his mustache and his coif. He has a little coif going on, and we will soon meet him as we continue and begin and arrive proper and explore the first island as the tourist. So I hope you'll come join me for that and go on this summery adventure together and see what we can discover about these monuments and what shenanigans we can get into. Anyway, I will see you soon, I hope. Goodbye for now.